Hey everybody, DarknDorky here from Games in Real Life, coming at you with another neat trick to up your TTRPG game. So this week I'm going to show you guys how to make these neat little water features for your TTRPG game using stuff from the dollar store. So first of all, we're going to need our clear glue. And you're going to need a tie-dye kit. I got mine from Dollarama, but you can find it at any store, I'm sure. You're going to need some tinfoil and plastic wrap. Trust me, you're going to want both here. You're going to need some sort of metal tin or something that you can both put the glue mixture in and iron on, which leads us to the iron. Pyrophobes, look out. Kids, get an adult, and adults, watch your fingers. And finally, an ice pack. Don't ask, just keep that in the freezer. We will need it. Alright, so we're going to need to start with our clear glue. And seeing as we're not going to use every single color that comes in the tie-dye kit, I'm just going to throw up the colors that we're going to be using today up on the screen here. Alright, so starting with the colors you'll need to make blood, you're going to need dark red, dark orange, and a deep purple. Start off by adding a whole bunch of red, a little bit less of the orange, and just a couple drops of the purple. Now you're going to notice I go back numerous times to add even more color, but that's just because I wanted that nice deep crimson that you'd expect blood to be when it's in a nice big ass fantasy-esque pool, right? And there we go. I think this is the last little bit of colors that I'm going to add to this, and look how deep that's going. Perfect. Look at that beautiful little crimson that I got going on there. But anyways, enough of that. Next color. Next up is the acid. For the acid, you're going to need green, yellow, and maybe some blue. You're going to notice I don't even use the blue for this, but it's just in case if your green's a little more on the yellow side. So you're going to add mainly green with a little squirt of yellow afterwards. And then shake the heck out of it as per tradition. You're going to notice here, just like the blood, I have to go back and add a little bit of the color just to bring up the vibrancy, but that's okay. Shake the heck out of it, and look at my nice vibrant acid green. Next color! Now we're going to do the water. This is probably the most common feature that I have. I have a whole bunch of water features, and you're going to use just blue and green. Where's the dark blue, you may ask? That's actually going to come later. So let's pull the cap off of this. We're going to dump quite a bit of blue in there. Give her a good old-fashioned squirt. Yeah, look at that. Whole bunch of blue. And then let's just add a little squirt of green in there. Perfect. And that's all we're going to need to make the watercolor here. As you can tell, I've done this many times before. And shake the heck out of it, just like the other ones. And beautiful. Look at that nice cerulean blue. And put that back, and let's grab our tray. We're going to grab some tin foil. We're going to crush up our tin foil. And we're going to lay it along the bottom of the pan there. No, we're not putting the glue on the tin foil. This is to make kind of like the wave pattern as the glue is drying, on top of a nice loose layer of plastic wrap that we're going to grab out in a quick second here, and we're going to lay over the top and tape down. Aha! I bet you didn't think I was going to find the end of that first try, did you? Now just stretch that over a little bit. Give it a nice drape onto the inside so it's laying flat on top of that tin foil. Like I said, you know, that's how it gets some of the waviness inside of that glue as it dries. And just to make sure that the plastic wrap doesn't blow over into the glue itself while it's drying, we're just going to tape these edges down to the side of the pan here. I'm almost saying that like it's happened to me before. Because it has. Like 100 times. It's really annoying. Really crappy. And really hard to clean. But there we go. Nice and set up for that. Let's open up our glue and just dump it in there in a nice kind of water feature-esque pattern. Honestly, you can be really picky about how you do it if you want, but honestly, it usually dries into kind of a water feature shape anyways. We're going to grab our dark blue and we're going to kind of squirt it right into the center of it, like right into the center of the water mass, and mix it around a little bit just to kind of blend it in. So this is going to help it look like it's deep in the center by adding a whole bunch of the darkness to the middle. It's more of a color illusion. Now that that's done, we're going to let this sit for an entire week before we come back to it.
1 week later.
Hey everyone, it's been a week and let's look at the final product. So here's our water feature now that it's all nice and dry, but there's still one step left to do. We're going to take our pan out of there, we're going to pull the tin foil out, and we're going to save the tin foil off to the side, and we're going to bring out our iron. Yep, that's right, my big beautiful secondhand craft iron. Keyword secondhand. We're going to plug that in, crank it up, and let it heat up there before we start using it. Alright, now this iron's feeling hot enough to use, so here we'll grab that tin foil, put it on top, and start pressing away. Just start ironing it out. That's pretty much the rest of the process here, is just trying to flatten out this big old hunk of blue glue to look a lot more like a water feature. So we're just gonna grab all the little folded over parts that just kind of crinkled up as it dried. We're gonna pull them out as it gets nice and hot and soft, and we're just gonna keep ironing it. Iron it out like a big old t-shirt, and you're gonna notice I put a whole bunch of pressure here. I'm gonna hold it down for a minute. I really want it to get nice and hot so it'll flatten out as much as I need it to. Honestly, the glue will deform a lot as it dries up, so it's almost an integral step here to iron it. And then, of course, as it starts to cool down, it'll contract and get all crinkly again, so we need to shock it. So after we get it all good and thoroughly hot, we're going to start pressing the ice pack down on it, just to make sure that it really locks into that nice elongated shape that we're melting it and stretching it out into every couple seconds here. And you notice as I get further along in this, I'm going to start using this ice pack more and more just to really lock it in place. Get that nice and hot on the backside. I really want to make sure these things are flat and press the heck out of it with the ice pack. Now that pan is even getting too hot for my comfort level, so I'm just going to start using the table instead. I'm going to leave the ice pack on there for a good couple minutes. And then we'll just flip it and keep compressing it. The ice pack's already getting warm on the one side there, so I have to flip the ice pack and use the cool side of the pillow, so to speak. And there we go. It's done. Oh, okay, just kidding. I'm gonna hit it up with the ice pack one more time, but now it's done. Look at that. Look how flat it is. It's nice and hardened up. And this is how big the water feature is beside an Umber Hulk miniature. Now I think it's time to check out the other colors. All right. Here's the acid. Here's the other water features that I was talking about, including a little waterfall that I made. And last but not least, the blood. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. If you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that little bell for notifications to see when we come up with new content.